Alright, today we're talking about my Epiphone Les Paul Custom Alpine White. Alright, I guess this guitar started by being one of Epiphones inspired by Gibson, and I have held on for the longest time. There are a few things that they did that I wasn't very fond of or I didn't like, and it was really minor cosmetic or minor attention to detail things, but to me they really didn't hold the right aesthetic thing to me or aesthetically pleasing to the eye for me. And when they announced the Epiphone inspired by Gibson customs, they really caught my attention, so I was able to pull the trigger on one of my favorite models of all time. Alright, so starting with the body, it's made out of mahogany, and the neck, it has ebony fretboard and a 60s styles neck, which is probably my favorite for now, comparing to the 50s and all these baseball bat like necks. We also have the Kalamazoo headstock, which is probably my favorite one compared to the Gibson or the regular Epiphone headstock. The Gibson one is very nice, but I really like the Kalamazoo. I just dropped a pic. The Kalamazoo one I think is very nice aesthetically. I like the Epiphone font as well. We do get the big... I just dropped my other pic. But anyway, let me just take this out. We do get a truss rod with the Les Paul Custom 22 frets. We do get a pickguard, which is very standard with this guitar model. We don't get a push pull, or anything like that with this guitar. Mine in particular, the pickups are kind of wearing off. Like right here, you can see it's kind of faded. It's getting blue. I don't know what's going on with that. It used to be with both, and I don't know, I just never noticed that about the pickups or pickups in general before. We do get a 3-way toggle switch, and this one is very solid as well. I have seen a few models with the Grover tuners, but mine came with Wilkinson's tuner. So I don't really know what's the deal with that. Maybe some are different and times, you know, where they're made in the period and all that stuff. But I gotta say, this is a very chunky, thick guitar. Very nice. I don't know how much it weighs, but it does have some weight, and I really like how heavy it is. One of the things that I was waiting for them to get right or to make specifically to this model was the block inlays, along with the slim taper neck. Also the weight relief on the body. I wanted the guitar to be all full, not chamber or anything like that. We don't get lumen lace dots on these guitars, which is kind of surprised me. I don't think I've ever seen a Les Paul Custom or any Gibson or Epiphone guitar with lumen lace dots, which I think that would be pretty good to see or to even have as an option. We do get some Pro Buckers pickups on this guitar. I don't have a problem with them. I like them so far, but aesthetically, I don't know. They're losing color. I've only had this guitar since May, almost since the end of May, and we're at the beginning of September 12th, and the pickups are really showing signs of wear or, you know, discoloration and all of that stuff, and I don't really mind that, but I was just really shocked to see that at the beginning of the month in September, which is where we are now, and the pickups are really discolored, but it's fine. I think it's pretty common on this type of guitar to get discoloration on the pickups and hardware and all of that stuff. I just didn't expect it for it to be that soon, you know, less than 6 months ago, or less than 6 months in general. One of the things that I've always liked on this guitar is the binding. I think the multiply binding sells and puts this guitar together very well. I know Kevin Jonas got a costume, but his doesn't have the pickguard, and he's got like the block inlets are kind of like split in the middle. And I think that's where I started really liking the guitars, like the Les Paul's costumes and all of that, way back in 2007, I think, or 2008, where I saw him, rocking a Les Paul costume. And that's where I really fall in love with one of these models, especially when I saw Frank Iero from My Chemical Romance as well, rocking one of these Les Paul costume where he had Pansy, I think, stickers on his guitar. That's my earliest memory, I think, seeing Frank Iero from My Chemical Romance with his Pansy Les Paul costume. And when I saw it, I was, wow, I really need or want a Les Paul costume, but I waited for so long for them, to get it right with this model. The ebony fretboard is one of the things that I really wanted and needed in this guitar, because I don't like the whole rosewood and all this light wood that they might use and different models and all of that stuff. And the black ebony one, it's pretty nice as well. Probably I plan to get that one in the future, but not now. And also one of the things was the coloration on like the finish. They will get yellow with time, and I was not really fond of that, because I would like for them to stay a little bit white throughout a few more extra years or whatever. And this one is called Alpine White, which also in the finish it says that it will last longer and all of that stuff, and that's really all I need for my Les Paul costume, to stay in white. I really think they have nailed it and got it right with this guitar in general. Pickups are somewhat subjective. In the future I plan to change them, because I don't want them to look all worn out, or just not all worn out, but like this type of worn out where they are losing color. I'd rather have them stay a little bit gold and all that stuff, around the edges and all of that stuff. I don't mind, losing color in there, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, like bluish, purplish and all of that stuff. It looks like they are burnt, and I don't think that helps the aesthetic of this guitar with the whole theme they're going for, with the standard or classic white and gold set that they are known for. Whether they're plastic or not, it doesn't really matter to me. This is like an $800 guitar. It's a very nice approach that they took, and I think they really nail it. And I think I'm just gonna wrap it up for now, and thank you for watching, and until the next episode.